Hi, my name's Steve Jack and welcome to December's video log. Wow, the year's gone past already. Where has 2009 gone? As we look at the review of the year, we want to take a look at how you progressed compared to the start of the year when you probably set your goals and the New Year's resolutions. Did you make progress towards losing your weight or to toning up or to achieve your fitness goals? How did you get on for 2009? Hi, my name's Steve Jack. I'm going to do a section today on functional warm-ups. A lot of people come to me, I get a lot of questions from clients and also professionals about what's the most effective way to warm up. Should I stretch? Shouldn't I stretch? How can I best prepare my body for movement? Well, science these days is beginning to uncover a lot of interesting facts about the body, certainly about the body's fascia system, which is this unifying substance which goes all the way through the body. Fascia goes into muscle tendons, inside muscle tendons, inside muscles, wrapping themselves around the actin, myosin, right through the myofibrils, through the muscle belly, out through to the side into the tendon, into the bone, through the other muscle tendon, through the belly, tendon, bone. So it kind of unifies the whole body. What we know is that what's happening at the foot is going to affect what's happening at the shoulder. So how we need to prepare and warm up the body for movement is going to be much integrated than it ever has been in what we've done previously. Certainly static stretching neurologically shuts the body down. What we're looking at now is getting the fascial system ready for movement as we kind of consider the body this one great moving unit. Scientists now kind of think that the body maybe only consists of one muscle made of 300 and something parts because the fascia is all connecting and unifying everything. This is a movement and mobilization series designed to prepare the body for movement, utilizing functional principles and allowing the body's joints to work through 3 planes of motion, open up all the fasciates, open up all the bones, and just really get the body prepared for some movement. So quite often a great starter is just some anterior foot drivers. I'm just imagining that you've got a 50-cent piece in your foot and you're just slipping it out on the floor. What you'll notice here is that as I slip my foot up with a foot driver, my upper body is going backwards, so I'm mobilizing my spine through the thoracic. I'm also mobilizing my hip here, and I'm also switching the abs on. Then I'll switch to the frontal plane, and I'll start to now with my foot this way, getting my left foot into a position whereby it's beginning to internally rotate and plantar flex, and just starting to get some inversion going there. I'll go transverse plane, and I'm going to open up the hip, open up the knee, and I'll do the same on the opposite side. So I'm just mobilising now through my ankle, knee, hip joint. Abs are switching on as I drive backwards with the foot. Go this way as I drive my right foot now into inversion. Getting that foot working, and I'll go transverse plane around the corner and just got those joints working here. What I'm going to do now is do a couple of step arounds. I'm going to go around the corner and then just rotate, come back home. Other side, going to go around the corner, a couple of steps, just turn and open up. So I'm opening up right from my foot here, all the way to the perineals and back around. Really subtle movements. Key with mobilising the body is all very subtle. We want to work with success. What we're going to do now is going to go across, we're going to drive down to the floor, so we'll bring it in the hamstring. Back around the side, drive it down to the floor, opening up that hamstring, getting the hamstring nice, switched on, glutes are starting to switch on as we go through this movement. Then we're going to just do a little shoulder press matrix. We want to get the hips and shoulders going at the same time. So just driving those hips to the side, pushing those arms up in the air nice and high. So getting the hips, shoulder blades working together. And we'll just go across the body a little bit now, working those hips. And then we'll go across this way, so a little bit of transverse plane movement going on here. And I'll start to go down a little bit lower, working through the hips and the joints. We'll move into an anterior across, just open up to an L position, reaching across the body to L. So I start to work up, reaching forward a little bit, and you can keep changing where you put that hand position. So we're loading up the muscles of the back and exploding them out, loading them and exploding them out, going through this warm-up series. So what I'll do now is to open up the hips a little bit. So I'm just going to take a step backwards and drive those arms above the head, step backwards, and if I want to increase, I'll just drop down into a lunge a little bit. That'll really open up the hips. Really open up the hips. And I want to open up the hips a little bit differently too. I'm going to go to the floor, do a step through, drop the hips, step through that side, drop the hips, just really let all the fascia open up through the anterior chain. That's it. And then we're going to do a little sort of integrated push-up whereby I'm going to drive the hips to the floor, head in the air, opening up the hips, thoracic spine, and then drive the hips back, down and up, drive the hips back, mobilising the spine and the hips. Then we can come back up a little bit and go into some chops. Just cross the fists over, drop them down, and come back up. Just follow your eyes with your thumbs. Keep an eye on them as you drop down and up. Start to pick up a nice little sweat. Good. What I'll probably do now is just step to the side, get some frontal plane movement through these planes here, switching on the abs to the side. Little steps to start with. I start my movements nice and small before I progress them to be a little bit bigger through 3 planes of motion. Here. As I start to get warm, I'm going to start to increase my lunge pattern. Start to warm up a little bit now, cross the arms over. Step forward and drive those arms forward this way. And as you notice that my movements start to get a little bit bigger. Transverse with a reach, transverse with a reach. Starting to get nice and warm through these movements here. Good. Excellent. So then you can go for the bent over position and just rotate and swing those arms. So we're getting some thoracic rotations. And then just turn that head a little bit each side. Let's go into a staggered stance and just do the same thing. It changes things slightly. So come down, start with your head nice and still, and then just get a bit of head movement with that movement as well. Change sides, stabilising through the glute, and then a little bit of head movement so you're getting some thoracic rotation. Good. So now you're ready to probably move up to level 2, which now begins to sort of move in a little bit more dynamically. Body's kind of move through all 3 planes of motion. And you're starting to warm up nicely and get a little bit of a beat on here. So let's just extend it out so that you're ready. I would just now add maybe a little drop in. So just drop in, drive the arms to the floor. Drop in, do 4, and then go 4 side to side. As you're starting to get a little bit warmer. And round the corner for 4. So starting to get nice and warm. Loading the glute a lot more there. And then we'll go to the front. Dropping in, just get things nice and warm. And to the side. And round the corner. Last one. And then just to finish off, let's just do a little squat thrust matrix. I want you to do 4 squats. 1, nice and quick. And then 4 push-ups. 4 squat thrusts. And 4 shoulder press. Then just do the same, but have your right foot forward. And just do 4 like that. And then when you do your push-ups, have your right hand forward. So we do the same position, pop down, and then go side to side with your feet, and push. Let's do the same on the opposite side, and we're all done. I'm nice and warm, got a good sweat on. 4, and then go through for 4 push-ups, left hand forward, and squat thrusts. Good. I'm nice and warm, I'm ready for movement and exercise. And this is where I'll probably get into the meat of my workout and ramp up the intensity, grab the heavier weights. Try it out next time you go for your warm-up at home or in the gym. So there we go, December's tips to keep yourself nice and plateaued as we look ahead to 2010. Best of luck out there in December, we'll catch you in January.